it started out as just a paycheck, God has definitely turned into a ministry. And I think through my walk with Christ, He's just shown me so many opportunities to serve at school in a lot of capacities, but mostly in my classroom. Every day, you know, it's hours and hours with a whole room of little kids. There's a lot of opportunity to show love. So I think that's what Christ is showing me, is that He's given me the opportunity. I didn't start out, you know, as a teacher thinking about Christ every day in my classroom, but I do now. It's been one of the biggest blessings of my life, is that what I love to do, God has given me that I can do it for Him.
The way that I like to be involved and the way that I can serve is mostly through the parent-teacher organization. I get the opportunity to interact a lot with teachers and with administration, as well as with kids. I also help out just with various things around the school at lunchtime or recess, but it's given me the opportunity to get to know a lot of parents and teachers, and just to be able to hopefully show them that we care, that I care about the community that we live in, I care about the school that my kids are at, and I care about them as people, not just because my kids are there. But
you know, there's just a lot of ways that I can share my faith in my classroom with the things that I do, and then hopefully I'm planting seeds. There's definitely a fine line, and I would have to say, first of all, being out here teaching out in Burton, you know, people are more receptive, I think, and it's not what, you know, as difficult as it is in like an inner city setting. So I'm first of all grateful to be out here where I feel like I can be a little bit more bold about my faith. So I feel that I have more opportunities to share now than I ever have, and I think it's just Christ making me bold and showing me that you know, people around the world can be persecuted for their faith. You know, I can certainly step out a little bit of my comfort zone and look for opportunities to share. So I've been blessed.
I mean, our church has been involved in a couple different things. One year we provided meals for the teachers during their conferences, and they have the parent-teacher conferences. So our church provided meals for the teachers one year, as we do at Cardinal Middle School as well. But we also were involved this last year just with some situations at the school where we heard of some families that were in need, and were able to help them out financially. And part of that was, you know, we had a relationship with the principal, and so we knew about those things. But it was a huge blessing to the families, and also to our principal. I mean, she was blown away by the generosity of our church. Absolutely. I mean, I was able to talk with our principal, Mandy, and just tell her, you know, this is what our church wants to do, because we love Christ and we love people, and we want people to know that we are generous because of what Christ has done for us and given us.
I would say the first thing is to pray for our staff. That's the first thing that comes to mind. You know, in recent years, I found that's where I feel like God is really working on me to step out a little bit and look at my coworkers as, not always just look at my class as my mission field, but also look at my coworkers as part of my mission field. And as our church becomes more involved in things, it is nice because I can make the connection that that's my church.
Absolutely. I mean, when I think about, you know, if we can impact the staff, that automatically trickles down to the students.
I think what's cool is that God knew, obviously, way in advance. I mean, when I was 19 years old and in college, I had there's like no thought of how I'm going to serve God as a second grade teacher. It was all about a job that I loved, and it's cool. You can take anything.